Can you hear me? No. Good. Oh, shit. Hang on. Can you hear me? I don't know if this is working. I don't know if this is working. Can you hear me speaking? And could you hear my tune just then? Can you hear that? And can you hear me? I don't know if this is working. Oh, don't do this to me. Oh, okay, it's working. Good. Oh, that's good to know. Because it's doing it in two places. But, okay, wicked. Right, now I'm going to carry on. Welcome everyone. Who have we got here? Sign in to chat. That's mad. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you are watching from. That'll be interesting to me. Now let me get rid of that so I can see the chat bit, and then, sorry, just rearranging my screen a little bit so I can chat. That's better. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Let's move this over here. Just bear with me a sec. There we go. Right, I'm in control now. What I'm doing. Perfect. Right, check this out. Okay, all right. I've got to record that second bit in. Just bear with me one sec. Warrington. That's up north, right? Warrington. Somewhere up north. Is it? Warrington. Whereabouts is Warrington? Is it near Manchester or Warrington? I'm sure it's lovely. I think people from Warrington are very proud to be from Warrington, aren't they? That's all I know. So it must be something good about it. Yeah. Right, let me write this little bass line. I've just got a feeling this tune's going to be a bit cheesy and repetitive and annoying, but then I've heard it a few more thousand times this weekend than you lot have, so hopefully it won't be too annoying. Let's record this second bit in. fine. Let's leave that bit on its own. Do the old quantize thing. Select all, Command U, smashing. Okay. No, that doesn't work, and I've just completely fucking done right over it. Made a funny little note there. Let's get rid of that. Not sure about that one. Yeah, don't need that third one. Anyone got any questions or wondering what I'm doing? Message retracted. Why did you retract that you're from Warrington? Was that was that? It's nothing to be ashamed of, I'm sure. Jamie. Where are people from? Come on, tell me. This is interesting to me. I bet I've got a story, or one fact, one bit of knowledge about where you're from. Yeah, give us an idea. That'll be interesting to me. Actually, where you're from and your music production tip. That would be nice to know. I'm not sure about this. Let's put this here. No, that was a shocking idea. Maybe it has got to go there. Right, well that's the whole song. Done. Just play that over and over. That's the... I did that completely by mistake, and I like it. Going down 5 semitones. Oh my goodness me. See, that is the beauty of mucking about, is that you can sometimes just come up with a little gem that you never thought you were going to do. Duplicate that one. Let's call this one -5. Give it a new color so I know that it's something different. See, that's better, isn't it, than just repeating the same thing over. better than the second bit. Now, let me whack a little bit of funny vocal on top of this that I've got from the Beach Boys. Yes, believe it or not. And just little snippets of an a cappella from Wouldn't It Be Nice?
Happy times together. Happy times together.
Maybe not that actual line, but I've got some harmonies. Oh shit. I don't know which one works on that second bit, maybe none of them. It's somehow playing it from this one. Let's stop these a sec. Maybe not. Let's try this one. I think I took too much bass off of it. What am I doing with this? I'm not sure about this. Anyone got any opinions, ideas? No one's told me where they're from. Why are you holding back? Talk to me. I want to make this interactive a little bit rather than me just, pressing buttons and stuff and chipping in here and there. I need some help making this better. Like, any of your funny little ideas will be very useful, I'm sure. So chip in, let me know. Or you can ask anything, or you can tell me anything about your setup, what speakers you've got, what plugins you use, what music you like, what you're working on, anything. Just talk to me. Just talk to me, guys. I want to hear you. Maybe if I press refresh chat, that'll do something. It didn't do anything. Talk to me. Come on, guys. Literally no one wants to talk to me. I'm furious. Absolutely fuming. I don't know where to go from here. What shall I do next? Maybe we could... Let's have a look at some funny... I'll tell you what I'll do. I might come back to that later. I've got like different tunes in one project here. It's madness. Messy madness. Let's go... I think here I have some different hats. Do you have any methods for working out the key of a song? Thank you for asking a question, Jamie. It's a very good question as well. Do you have any methods for working out the key of a sample? I don't know about methods, but do you need my question back to that would be, do you need to know what the actual key is, or do you just need to make sure it's in tune with whatever else you're doing? I'll try not to be like answer back with a question like that, because that's probably a bit silly of me to do it. But to answer your question, it would be to kind of play along, maybe with a piano. So for example, let's do it right now, because I do have a sample in it. Let's Lee Ritenour Roadrunner. Okay, so we'll work out what the key is. Let's just check. Actually, I haven't. What the fuck? It's. Oh my god. I've somehow dragged and dropped a sample onto a MIDI track, which is a shambles, frankly. Okay. Well, let's talk about the sample that I was listening to a minute ago. This Alexander O'Neill one, right? So if we'll use this, and let's just stretch it out a bit. Hopefully, I have more of it than this. Oh no, actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is enough to work out the key of it, that's for sure. So let's just turn off all of this stuff. So we've just got the original sample here, and we'll just solo this track. All right, and we'll just leave this bit. So what I'll do is I'll get my piano. Okay, and play along a little bit with it. Find the note that's like dominant first. So it seems to be this, which is a B. It's actually like, you can tell that the samples are like a little bit off key. So what I do, yeah, here is change the D tune a bit. It's kind of between semitones. So let's listen again. Okay, that's close. All right, B flat. And then that last note, do, that's like the major key that it's in, I would say. And this B flat will be in it, in the key, in the scale, sorry. Seems to be like F sharp. Let's. Yeah, so I'd say it's F major. There we go, the key for that. So the first chord really is like the next chord up in if you go up the scale of chords from F sharp. Next is what's that? A flat minor, or if we're saying F sharp, then let's say G sharp minor. Then it would be B flat minor, B major, something like that anyway. There we go, so it's going between that B major, but it falls back on that F sharp major. Da, 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 da. So that's it. That's how I would generally do it. But the thing is, to go back to what I was saying before, is that you don't need to necessarily know that it's F sharp major. I suppose if you're perhaps like mixing tracks or something, and like you're DJing and you're mixing tracks, and you want to know, what maybe a melodic element of one is going to work with another one. I mean, you can always change the tune and pitch them up anyway. But yeah, my suggestion would be to work out the keys, just to play along with the piano and find out the most dominant notes, and then work out what scale those dominant notes fall in. Sometimes it might be easy and just a straightforward major scale like that, or it could be, it sounds more of a minor key, but then it might just be the relative minor of the major scale, which would be I am not the person to teach you music theory, unfortunately. But there's loads of chords that have like overlapping notes in them. So, and it depends which is your root note, the one you're starting on, the first note in that scale, that determines whether it is the major, the scale, or the relative minor, which has the exact same notes, but it just starts on a different note in the scale. So there you go. See, now it sounds like a minor scale, doesn't it, if I start on this one. Start and end on that, but it's the exact same notes as, just played in a different order and started on a different one. So it could be, or it could be. It's kind of both, isn't it? It's that first B major 7. And then a kind of F major 7 as well, actually. There you go. That's how I personally work out the keys of samples. Just playing along with the piano, find those dominant notes. So I suppose it helps if you. I spent years playing along to songs, and after a while, especially actually mainly on the guitar, but after a while you just notice things that crop up time and time and again, and so things become more familiar. There's only a finite number of scales, chords, notes, and stuff, and a lot of artists overlap, and you start to notice and recognise the same things. So it's just playing along all the time until you think, oh yeah, someone else used that progression and those same chords and stuff. So no, I'm rambling here a bit, aren't I? What I was going to do. Anyone got any more questions? That would be nice to know. The viewers plummeted when I started doing stuff about scales. Don't blame you. Don't blame you, to be honest. It's not the funnest of topics, is it? What I was going to do was muck around with some like swing on some hats, along with a kick. Let's do that. No, this is actually them. So let's focus on this bit, and we'll just have the drums. So you can see I've got a triplet grid on here, and I was just experimenting with just shifting these around, like rather than the static regular on the 2 and the 4. So that would be your bog standard, wouldn't it? So we're just shifting these around with the triplet grid on to help us out. So add these in. So these are on the money. These are on the 2 and the 4. So let's that's a lot more swung now, isn't it? Okay, that's a bit of that. Any questions? Anything I can do for you guys? Talk to me. Tell you what, I could show a kick rack that I think is a good thing to do. So I've got kicks here that I just select from. I'll get rid of that. From here, look. Adjust the volume and the tuning and the decay of each one. Pretty cool, right? So to do that, all you need to do is put a MIDI pitch plugin on the drum rack itself, and then map. So once you've dragged your samples onto the drum rack here, you can map them all to the pitch selector, and then create a group of the drum rack and the pitch so that you get like an instrument rack, and then you can map the same macros to the actual macros of the instrument rack. So these are just like matched up here, you can see, and that way you can affect them all just from this one, rather than having to, you know, map them all one by one to this one. It kind of marries up with the map to all siblings, which is something you have to do with the options text. Now I'm going to do a video on this, I think, my 10 advanced tips part 2, how to create this, as well as how to map to all, where is it? Let's see if, copy value to siblings. See that? You don't get that in standard Ableton Live. You have to do like a funny hack thing in the options text, so that, you know, you don't have to go, oh, well, I want to map the decay of that one, I want to map the decay of that one, I want to, you know, and so on. So rather than having to do them all individually one by one like that, you can copy to all siblings, so that the siblings are all of the samples that live in your rack here. Yeah, and then you, as you're playing along, you can just like twiddle these rather than have to muck around with them all individually. I just think that's really good. And what you can just do over time is just keep, as you get new kick samples or whatever, you just drag and drop them from your folders straight into here, and then it just adds them as another one. Now what you might want to make sure of though is the MIDI map, no, what is it? Edit macro map, that's it, has the right number. Now because I've only got 16 samples in here, I only need the knob to go from 0 to 16. So, you know, obviously if you've already done that and you add to it, you might want to just come in here and increase the number so that you can switch between more of them. Any questions? Where are you from? Give me a fun fact about where you're from, or just tell me where you're from, and I bet I've got a fun fact about where you're from. Tell me anything to do with the plugins that you use, any music that you like listening to, the music you like producing, anything you like. Happy to talk about it. I'll stick around for another 5-10 minutes if anyone's interested, but I won't if no one asks any questions, because I haven't prepared anything. I'm better at doing the pre-recorded stuff, as you can probably tell, because I can put some thought and time into the editing and everything. But this is hard doing a live stream, especially when you haven't made much music recently. Let's listen to this again, see if I hate it yet. Oh, I've ruined my kick now. All right, that'll do for today, I think. I hope you might have got something from this. I don't know. Let me know. But you didn't ask me anything, so I can't. I need guidance. But thanks anyway for joining. I really appreciate it. Those who did stick around. I'll see you next time. Have a lovely rest of your weekend.